Most of the time, when you go out to eat, you don't really think about what's in the food and how it affects your health. With today's society focused on quick and easy meal options, the quality of our food has declined severely and is a main reason for the health problems that Americans face today. The percentage of adults over the age of 20 that are obese is 41.9% in 2020, according to the CDC. Compare this to the 10% Americans that were considered obese in the 1950s, and you can see that America has a real issue at its hand. This begins with how the crops and animals are raised and harvested with the use of pesticides and antibiotics that cause harm to us when we consume it. The United States government now monitors the use of pesticides in the U.S., but other foreign countries are not regulated as strictly as the U.S. And this can be concerning because the U.S. imports two-thirds of its fruit and one-third of vegetables, according to UC Davis. Even with the regulation of pesticides, it is shown to be present in many U.S. citizens, according to foodprint.org. If we still have pesticides in our body, even with regulation, then something more needs to be done to ensure we're not consuming these toxins. Besides pesticides, the fruits and vegetables that we consume are getting less and less nutritious. This is because of the speed and size demands from the food industry. When it comes to animals and the meat we consume, it is not much better. Chicken and cows are no longer the same animals that they were 100 years ago. Today's chicken is grown for the meat that you buy in stores and for restaurants. They grow so quickly that the organs and legs cannot keep up with, forces them to be stationary as they grow up, which I'll show you a picture of right now. The average chicken only takes 42 days to fully grow before it is slaughtered for its meat. This is only 6 weeks from when it is hatched to being processed. On the other hand, organic chicken takes about 12 weeks to grow fully sized. That is double the time, which is why the cost of organic products are so much compared to regular products. Another factor that contributes to poor health of Americans is the food we actually decide to eat. Most Americans eat fast food from 1 to 3 times a week, with many consuming it much more often. It is shown through several studies that eating these restaurants more often is directly linked to an increase of the chance of diabetes and heart disease, along with other problems. If this is the case, then why do so many Americans eat fast food? It comes down to the fact that it is an easy, cheap option when compared to buying expensive ingredients and cooking at home. It almost seems like a no-brainer. And this forces many Americans who do not have the time or resources to cook a meal to eat fast food. Now, some may say there are healthy options that Americans can choose, but these healthy options come at a cost. For example, going to Chipotle for a burrito bowl is going to cost you around $14 just to eat something healthy, while you can go to Burger King and spend $2 for 20 nuggets. Many people are not given an option when it comes to their food and purchase what they can afford. And because of the way American diet has become, it is almost impossible to eat healthy. What does this mean to the average American? This means that I will continue to eat worse quality food with less nutritional content and continue to gain weight. All of these things will be terrible for our health unless there's a change in how we consume our food.